Welcome to Cooking with Andrea. Good morning. We're going to be making a sandwich I've never made before, but we have gone to Einstein's Bagel Shop here in town, and we actually have one in our area now. We don't have to drive to the other side of town to get to one. And it was a Oktoberfest bagel sandwich with just all this goodness in it. So we tried it. So I'm coming home this weekend. I'm recreating it. So it's going to be a pretzel bagel. I bought these pretzel bagels. I'll have to show you how they come. They're awesome. They actually all come individually. I have them in my freezer. So they're already sliced. Smell delicious. So it's basically a pretzel bagel, and what we're celebrating is Oktoberfest. Yay! So this is my first time making this sandwich, and also my first time making a beer schmear or a beer cheese. I think they called it a schmear, and I was like, oh my god, I've never made that. So we're gonna do this together. I already cheated. I had made one last weekend after we had tried it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta try this. I have never made anything like this. Absolutely tastes pretty darn good. Kind of funny. I'm not a beer drinker, never have been. So learning how to make foods with beer, wines, things like that, I'm learning all this stuff. Pretty darn cool. So, okay, so for my Oktoberfest bagel sandwich, breakfast sandwich, we're going to get started. We're going to start first with the schmear. So, when I looked up a recipe, everything was for just a big amount. I didn't need a big amount. So, this is why I'm happy with this. I recreated this myself to make it on a smaller scale so I wouldn't waste any food. I have 2 ounces of cream cheese, softened, and I just bought the softened one. So let me explain the ingredients first so you see them. Softened whipped cream cheese. This is going to be 2 ounces here. And I already weighed it out. I have my scale. And I'm always weighing things out so I get the proper. This is why I know. And I'm going to put this in the recipe. You guys, like I said, this is the first time I've ever done this. So you might have to just, maybe you know how to do it already, or find something that you can do, but I'm going to put this in there because you know how picky I am, guys. I actually think it tastes pretty good. I'm going to put 4 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese. I measured it out. I shredded it and measured it myself. It's always kind of cool when you make something the first time and actually it comes out. Man, I have made so many things in the past that never came out. You know, just trial and error. How do you get good if you don't try it? So I'm trying to be all nice and dainty. I used my big food processor last time. It didn't do well. So I thought, okay, I'm going to have to use the little one. They say you can just mix it up. I didn't like the texture. Like I said, I'm a picky butt. So this is how I did it. Okay. So here we go. A little messy. I'm going to have to go to break after we're done making the schmear and clean everything up. So I put a 1/2 teaspoon of ground mustard, a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic, and I just did it this way. And then I took 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. You can use soy sauce or you can use Worcestershire. Okay, and then what I did is I took 1/4 of my cup of this beer here. It's a lager, a Boston lager. I use this one. Like I said, I'm not very good at beer, but this is when I make a beer batter chicken or fish, I do use this. So then what I did is I just basically blended it. And this is going to go for a minute, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, see, it looks like this. And this looks perfect. And like I said, okay, guys, I used my big blender or my big food processor. It didn't come out half as nice as this until I put it in this small one. Now let's give it a taste. It's absolutely fantastic. It's good. You know, I didn't think I would like something like this. Very garlic, very beer, very cheddar forward, which is great. Okay, so I've had this one in the fridge, and this is what we're going to use today. See the color? See the dynamic? You could use it, but you want it to be left out just before you start using it. Okay, so guys, the beer schmear is something I had never made. I wanted to go ahead and make this for my Oktoberfest breakfast sandwich. So I'm going to go ahead and clean everything up, and then we're going to go back to the other ingredients, get everything cooked and assembled. Okay, welcome back. Counter is much more cleaned up. Thank the good Lord. Okay, so these are the frozen bagels I wanted to show you. They're individually wrapped. I've got these. I've never seen these before. And but I bought them because of my sandwich I'm doing for October. I'm going to put these back in the freezer. But I love the fact that they're individually wrapped. That's kind of cool. Okay, I had made half this bacon. I didn't want to do it on camera because you guys know me, I use a lot of bacon. So I did half. We'll wrap this pack up and use this for later. I have off the bone deli ham, which I'm going to move my tray and show you. So on each sandwich, I'm going to put 2 pieces of off the bone ham. It is super delicious. Yum. I'm letting my pan warm right now. We are at 300 right now. Okay, so great. I'm going to go ahead and just lay these pieces of ham in here. I'm going to lay it like that. I'm actually going to put them on top, and then I always put them on top and cook them on one side and then flip them to the other side because I like a little bit of cook on my ham. I put a little bit of olive oil in there. You can use canola or you can use your tallow, whatever you feel like. I have a piece of thin sliced Swiss cheese for each sandwich, and I also have an egg for each sandwich. So we'll put our Swiss and our ham over here. Get our little towel. Okay, and then here's our beautiful cheese that we made, our beer schmear. Remember, guys, too, if you don't use beer, use something else. I'm sure there's a half a dozen other cheeses that will. And remember, my sandwich is only being done because it's October. Yay! I'm working on some baked goods, like some finger cookies that look like fingers. But, you know, that's going to take a little bit more from me because I am not a baker. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead. And then I'm going to break my egg in my pan. Just going to let it cook. And then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put a piece of cheese on my ham. And then I'm going to separate my egg a little bit. I didn't really want it to touch. Okay, and then I'm going to add just a little bit of canola oil. Just a little bit. Not too much. Okay, let's put our bagel down. I'm only going to make one sandwich for you right now. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make it on my board, the sandwich. Okay, everything's cooking good. Not going to salt and pepper anything. You can add salt and pepper to it in a few minutes. Just going to keep letting it cook. Everything is melting. Let me see. Let me move my board here so we could zoom in and give you guys a good look. Okay. Let's scoot this over. This is why I wanted to use this pan so you could see. So I'm going to flip this egg. And I'm going to flip this one. And I'm going to break it. I'm going to break it right now and just let it cook. Look at how luscious that ham and cheese is. The egg is perfect. We're going to let it cook. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to put my bacon. I'm going to wait and put my bacon on my bagel. So we're just going to let this cook like that. Just take a few minutes. What an easy sandwich to make. And you know, this is not a sandwich you're going to make every day, especially because of the cheese schmear. This is something I want to do. I'm trying to teach myself by looking at others' videos and watching others to be a better cook. I'm super excited about it. Want to be that better cook. So that's what I'm doing. I'm pushing my limits here, learning how to make some good stuff. Okay. I am gonna check my bagel. Bagel's cooking fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna turn my pan off and unconnect it. My food is done. No sense in overdoing your food. Ooh, this little sucker is hot. Okay, so now I can move it over here because everything is beautifully cooked. Oh, the bagel is so soft. Okay, this is the top over here. I'm always messing that up. Always messing that up. Holy Toledo. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to just fold over my ham like that, just so we get a nice piece right there. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to do my egg next. Ooh, and now I get to put 4 pieces of bacon. You guys know I love my bacon. So we're going to make 4 pieces of bacon on here. And I kind of always keep my bacon so 2 pieces stick together. So when you eat it, it just doesn't crumble all over. I like that. Okay, now let's do my little creation I made. Super excited about it, just for the simple fact I'm learning. So you put a nice amount on here. It tastes really good. Remember, guys, I think that if you're just going to do the sandwich and you're not doing it for like October, for like I'm doing, you could probably just use some other kind of cheese that doesn't have beer in it, or you can buy it. I know we can buy it. I've been to World Market and places like that. So I just put a nice amount on there. Look at this gorgeous sandwich. I am going to cut it and we're going to try it because I don't normally cut them, but I will have to give hubby a piece. Plus I want you to see inside. That looks absolutely beautiful. So let's give it a bite. Super delicious. Love it. Well, I suggest that you go to Einstein Bagels or another bagel shop. Tell them you want this one. I'm sure every bagel shop does it in your town. If you like the content, if you would please like, share, and subscribe, I'd be most grateful. Thanks and have a blessed week.